is Renee, and welcome to my Irie kitchen, where big things are happening today. Today what I'm going to be doing for you is an authentic Jamaican meal. I've been mixing it up. I do all kinds of stuff, cheeseburger pies and whatever else in between. But today I'm going to show you one of the traditions from my culture. Jamaican food, the best. We're going to make brown stew chicken, rice and peas with some steamed cabbage. Nothing better. Over here I have some chicken that I've had marinating all night. The chicken got some salt, pepper, paprika, a little bit of parsley flakes, and a little bit of habanero pepper sauce that I put in there. And it's been marinating all night. All you do is clean your chicken, cut it up. I remove the skin, but you can choose to leave the skin up there if you prefer it. And all my ingredients that goes along with that is here. I'll tell you about that in a little bit, but first we got to get to the rice and peas. Usually, if you're using white rice, it won't take so long, but I'm using brown rice. It is going to take about 45 minutes. What we have here now is the beans already cooking. This is not canned beans, so you're going to look at the water and say, well, it looks a little, it's not clear, you can't see the beans. Well, this is how beans look when you do cook them yourself. This is made from scratch. I have in here a block of coconut cream that I'm going to add to it. I've talked to you all about this before. You can certainly use the canned coconut milk if you want to, or if you want to do like my grandmother did, buy a coconut, grater it, and sit down for hours, put it together. Didn't want to take that route. So I bought a block of coconut cream, and we're going to add the entire block to it. And this is just going to sit there and just simmer away for a little bit. What we're trying to do is get the coconut milk block to actually melt. In the meantime, I'm going to add some thyme. I have some dried thyme leaves here, fresh thyme leaf. We're going to add that to it also. Right, whole stalk and everything. Why rob the flavor of the stalk? You can certainly pick the stalk right back out once the rice is finished. I have some allspice balls here, pimento as they call them in Jamaica. And I'm going to take just a few, just add it in there. If you have allspice, you usually find it in the grocery store already grounded up, just a half a teaspoon. I like to add a little bit of oregano to it. It's not traditional that you do, but I like to add just a little bit, so just a dash. And it is smelling so good in here right now. I'm telling you, I'm already feeling like I'm back home. It's a dash of black pepper. And it's about a tablespoon of kosher salt. All you gotta do is just cup your hand here, pour the salt in the center of your hand, and that will bring you to about a tablespoon of kosher salt. Now, unless you have really, really big hands, then I suggest you measure it. I don't think if my husband did that, it would be a tablespoon. And over here, I have some ginger that I peeled. Some ginger is going in the chicken. We're going to put the ginger in the rice. I left it whole because if you put it, ginger is not going to be that delicious to just bite into like that. But it does lend a delicious flavor to the rice, so we want to be able to notice it and pick it out. So we're just going to throw that in there also, just like that. You see how that coconut cream block is melting down, just like that? I have here some brown sugar, and I'm going to put 1 tablespoon worth of brown sugar in there. Half tablespoon, by the way. Probably just a little bit. If you look at how thick the consistency is, that's what I love about that coconut cream block. It gives it that nice creamy consistency. This rice and peas is going to be so good. At the end, you don't even need gravy. You know you're going to have some. I'm just going to, this is about 2 pounds of rice. I'm going to add that right to it. Just give that a nice stir. Now, this is not Uncle Ben's brown rice. This is the real deal. So it's going to take a while to cook, like I said. So that's why I went ahead and did this ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and also add an additional 16 ounces of water. Might look like a lot of water, but believe you me, this rice here is not like to cook. So we're just going to leave it like that. I'm leaving the fire on high. I'm going to boil it until I can see the rice again, until the water is just kind of evaporating. And then I'm going to add a touch more water to it Put the lid on, cut it down on low, and let it do its thing. So we're just going to let it boil. I have over here in my pot, got a big pot, this is some coconut oil. And I have here some browning, as we call it in Jamaica. Now here you can find it in the form of what they call kitchen bouquet or gravy master or whatever it is. I prefer to use the Caribbean kind, the Jamaican kind, because the gravy master or the kitchen bouquet is made with flavorings like meat flavorings and vegetables, spices, and whatever it is. This is just the way my grandmother made it. She burnt brown sugar. And this is it. It's good for baking, whatever it is, and it doesn't add any kind of different flavors to your food. So we're just gonna, this is actually to give it some color. I'm gonna pour just maybe about, I'm gonna eyeball it, maybe about a tablespoon's worth. I won't even say a tablespoon, a teaspoon. Because there's one thing about this bad boy. It is potent. It will make your food black. So don't add too much. I'm just going to give it a good stir. You know what? Let me get rid of the spoon because the spoon is not achieving the goal. So let me get acquainted with it. Okay, rub that in real good. I have here about a cup of flour. I'm going to just dust this with it real good. Some people choose to do it different ways. They just fry the chicken individually and then stew it down. I like to just do it all in one shot. It's not a right or wrong way to do that part. It's just your personal preference. Okay, the oil is already hot, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drop it down in like that. I'm just going to deep fry